a Disney child star means that you're adorable, talented, and under the mercy of the mouse. Of course, child stars grow up eventually, and if you were cute and adorable back then you're probably going to look amazing once you're older. But thanks to Hollywood, it seems that child stars can't live in Neverland and have to act and look like adults sooner rather than later. Here are 10 Disney child stars who grew up too fast. Before we grab that fairy dust and take a trip through the Magic Kingdom's best and brightest, take a moment to subscribe to our channel by clicking on that red button. If you want to reach VIP status, then clicking on the gray bell will ring in those cool points. Zendaya. Sure, we know Zendaya for her role in Spider-Man: Homecoming as Michelle, who also happens to have another nickname that we won't spoil in this video. But before she was friends with the web-slinging Marvel hero, she was pretty big on the Disney Channel and seemed like the company's go-to girl when it came to playing lead roles. She played Rocky in the show Shake It Up from 2010 to 2013 when she was a preteen. Back then, she looked like a kid. In 2014, she was cast as the lead in the Disney Channel original movie, Zapped. During that time, she also landed the lead role in the Disney Channel show Casey Undercover after Shake It Up got canceled. In short, Zendaya was a favorite child star in the Disney world. But as we all know, child stars grow up, and Zendaya has grown up not only gracefully, but she has truly turned into a beauty. Not that she wasn't before, but she went from a pretty child to a beautiful woman. Her success in Marvel, which is also owned by Disney, just shows how easily she crossed over into more mature roles. Jake Paul. Jake Paul initially got his start as a YouTube star. Well, actually, his start came from the now defunct website Vine. Wow, remember Vine? May it rest in peace. Anyway, Paul had quite a following on YouTube, which then turned into an offer from Disney to star in the show Bizaardvark in 2015. Paul was an instant hit, playing the role of Dirk, and his partnership with Disney opened up a world of opportunities for him. However, all good things come to an end. In 2017, Disney announced that Paul would be leaving the show, much to the confusion of his fans. Even though just a few years passed when Paul was with Disney, he was in the prime of his growing up days, and he certainly had to grow up fast. This was because he was dealing with contracts, agents, and the mouse. He could no longer post whatever he wanted to on his YouTube channel, and it apparently caught up with him and his work with Disney. Just a heads up, it might not be the best idea to post videos of you pulling pranks in your neighborhood. That usually results in you getting a contract canceled and the police called. Also, getting a tattoo of Mickey Mouse on your hip wasn't too Disney friendly. Sorry, Jake. Ariel Winter. We know what you're thinking. Ariel Winter isn't a Disney child star. Technically speaking, she is. We will break it down for you and quelch any questions that you have. You know, Modern Family runs on ABC, which is owned by Disney. Not to mention, Winter has made numerous appearances on Disney specials, and she's also the voice of Princess Sophia in the show Sophia the First, as well as Thumper's sister in Bambi 2. So she is a Disney child star, but she's not a kid anymore. The 19-year-old star has literally grown up before our eyes thanks to Modern Family, and she has developed quite a bit thanks to puberty. Unfortunately, this has resulted in a good deal of criticism about her clothing choices. Isn't the media great? But if you had tons of money and you're a star that you can kinda do whatever you want, you would wear a romper to Disneyland too. If you compare photos of her from the first season of Modern Family to today, she has grown up quite a lot. Given she's had to be a mini adult in the entertainment industry, chances are she had to grow up faster than most of us. Cameron Boyce. Cameron Boyce has gone through his teenage years with Disney, and he has grown up before our very eyes and ears. At the young age of 12, he was playing Luke Ross on the Disney Channel show Jessie. He was a dancer in Shake It Up. Plus, he was the voice of Jake in Jake and the Neverland Pirates. For those of you who grew up in that span of time or had kids that enjoyed these shows, you can probably recognize him faster than the younger generation. He also made an appearance on the show Liv and Maddie after Jessie was over. He was then cast in Disney's Descendants and Descendants 2 as Carlos, the son of Cruella de Vil. So, Boyce is loved by Disney, and they keep casting him in everything they can give him. Let's take a look at Boyce when he first started out on Jessie. And let's take a look at him now in Descendants 2. He literally went from a boy to a man, and he turned 18 in 2017, making his emergence into adulthood official. Given that the Descendants franchise is still well received, it seems that Boyce's time with the mouse isn't over yet. Francesca Capaldi. Francesca Capaldi got her start with Disney playing an orphan in Ant Farm on the Disney Channel when she was around the age of 7. This opened up an opportunity for her to land the role of Chloe James on the Disney show Dog with a Blog. Given that she was just around 8 years old when she started working for the mouse, she is still just a kid in our eyes. She was born in 2004, so as of 2017, she's just 13 years old. But if you saw recent pictures of her, you would think she was a lot older. Since she was so young when she first started, there wasn't a lot of makeup put on her because producers wanted her to look as young as possible. But it seems that as soon as she hit her preteen years, the makeup was on, and she now looks like a young adult today. Today, it seems that she's veered away from Disney a bit and even did a movie for Warner Bros. Called Max 2 White House Hero, which ironically also involves a dog, but no blog. Phew, you've made it halfway into the video. Give yourself a pat on the back and get ready for a quiz. Hey, it's Disney related, so it's automatically more magical than any other quiz we have on this channel. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs was Disney's first animated feature, and, as we know, Disney often used live models to help with animation. Who was the model for Snow White? We will reveal the answer at the end. In the meantime, get ready to meet some more Disney child stars. Skai Jackson. Not only has Skai Jackson been dubbed a Disney child star, but she has also made some crossovers into Nickelodeon. I wonder what that's like. It would be like eating Burger King and a McDonald's, it seems. Jackson got her start in independent movies before she landed the role of Zuri in the Disney Channel show Jessie when she was around 9 years old. It seems that Zuri was a beloved character because she made crossovers into other Disney shows like Austin and Ally, Casey Undercover, and Good Luck Charlie. But the character of Zuri lives on in the Jessie spin-off show, Bunked. Let's take a look at her back when she first started in Jessie. She's barely recognizable. You would almost have a hard time believing that this is the same child. It's amazing what a team of hair and makeup artists can do. Also, even though she's only 15, Jackson looks like a mini adult. Perhaps that's the standard in the entertainment business these days. Like Francesca Capaldi, once you cross the threshold into teenhood, it's all about looking older. Ross Lynch. Ross Lynch starred as Austin in the show Austin and Ally from 2011 to 2016. Given that the show was one of Disney's more successful programs, Lynch reprised his role in several other Disney shows like Girl Meets World and Jessie. He also starred as Brady in Teen Beach Movie and Teen Beach Movie 2. Lynch started his Disney Channel career when he was a teenager, and here's a fun fact, Derek and Julianne Hough are his second cousins. We doubt family lineage was involved in his success with Disney because it seems he was their golden boy for the longest time. Once his time with Disney ended, Lynch went on to play some more grown-up roles and even appeared in a production of A Chorus Line at the Hollywood Bowl. When asked if he would return to Disney, Lynch admitted that he would be all for that, as he was able to play a variety of different roles. Compared to when he first started with Disney, Lynch certainly looks a lot more grown up, much older than in his early 20s. He has since segued into the music business and is doing much more adult material than his time with Mickey Mouse. Jenna Ortega. Before we dive in and meet Jenna Ortega, keep in mind that this girl just barely made it to her teens. We mean that as of 2017, she's only 14. So when you look at her pictures, even though she looks a lot older, she's only 14. Ortega is currently starring in the lead role of Harley Diaz in the Disney Channel show Stuck in the Middle. She also voices Princess Isabel in the Disney show Ilana of Avalor. You might also recognize her as young Jane in the show Jane the Virgin. If you look at a picture of Ortega before her Disney days, you'll see a dramatic change. In her photos from 2014, she looks like a child. She's a huge supporter of her employer and is often found not only making lots of Disney-related appearances, but she's been spotted vacationing at Disney Aulani in Hawaii and Disney Springs. In 2017, she looks like she's getting ready to fill out college applications. Despite her looking older, it's a good indication that she's going to hit adulthood looking very stunning and will be one of the most beautiful actresses in the industry. She's currently set to star in the movie Saving Flora alongside David Arquette. Cole Sprouse. Cole Sprouse is best known for a lot of roles. He and his twin brother Dylan played Ross Geller's son Ben. They also co-starred with Adam Sandler in Big Daddy. They were adorable kids. There's no doubt about that. Then they moved on to Disney, where they became Zach and Cody in the Sweet Life series. The twins were in high demand. The public loved them as well as Disney. The boys eventually moved on to college and such. Cole is currently playing the role of Jughead in the show Riverdale, which airs on Freeform, which is owned by Disney. The show is a dark twist on the Archie comics, and Jughead is definitely not the goofy kid wearing a crown eating too many burgers and driving a jalopy. Cole's Jughead is much darker. being a homeless kid who was the victim of an abusive childhood. It is certainly a different role than what we're used to seeing from Sprouse. While growing up is normal, it seems like just yesterday, he was that happy kid on the Disney Channel. When asked if he wanted a Sweet Life reboot, Sprouse and even his brother were adamant that the roles of their childhood should just stay in the past. Ouch, Cole. That stings. Dove Cameron. Dove Cameron played the dual role as the lead in the Disney Channel show Liv and Maddie. When she first started the show in 2013, she was 15 years old. Not to mention, she also helped develop the character even though she wasn't old enough to even drive a car. She had a clean-cut and innocent image that made her look younger, which was pretty clever. It also made her look like she was growing up a lot faster than usual once she stepped into her age. Her bad girl side came out in 2015 when she played Mal, the daughter of Maleficent in Disney's Descendants. Liv and Maddie ended in 2017, and Cameron reprised her role in the sequel Descendants 2. When you look at her now, you can definitely see that she is no longer a girl, and she has become one bombshell of a woman. She is also still with Disney Channel, and she has been heralded as the girl that reinvented the role of a modern Disney star. While she certainly grew up, Disney isn't ready to give up on her yet, and it looks like she still has a good amount of acting gigs ahead of her. So, who was the live model for Snow White? Her name was Marge Champion, and she was also the model for the Blue Fairy in Pinocchio. Feeling old yet? We're sorry about that. These child stars can certainly make you feel that way. Tell us what you think in the comments below, and be sure to make your video watching experience even more magical by subscribing to our channel. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.